Hi, this is Miss Cindy, and I'm back today to... Actually, I tried something off camera, and now I'm going to try it on camera and see what happens. Once again, just experimenting. I have the mold for the big pyramid, resin pyramid, and I've gotten like 3 or 4 different opinions on how the resin has to dry in between layers so it doesn't show the lines. I just want a nice clear one with no lines. I've seen them where they have the layers, but then they used dye and they use paint, and it's okay to show the layers. But if I just want a nice clear one, I don't want any layers to show. Anyway, I practiced and I did a small one, and this was using some dye and some sparkles, and it came out. And then I got a little bit more courage, and I did one a little bit bigger and no lines, and it came out. And this is using crystals that I made with the kids. I made some crystals, let them dry, and then theirs they displayed in a little cup, but mine I put in here to see if it would hold. So I've been successful, and I guess this is about 4 inches, but I want to make the big one. So I figured, instead of messing up all of that resin, let me play around with it. So this past weekend, I played around with layering the resin. So I made a little, like a mini aquarium, because I didn't have to buy a thing for this. I had the resin, I had the fish, I had the seashells, and I had a little bit more crystals in there. So you can see the lines here, and that's not what I wanted. I really was trying to get this where it didn't have any lines. And like I said, this was the first time I tried something this big. And you can see where I must have had a real big air bubble there and one over here. But the idea I thought was pretty cool. And if I can get this to work, then I will do this with the kids, and they can have a little jar miniature aquarium, but I would mix all the resin for them. So I would still teach them, okay, I'm going to put the resin in, we'll time it, and then we'll come back and put another layer in, and so forth. So they can use the tweezers and stick the fish and decorate it the way they want, but I would be working with the resin. So I said, okay, I didn't like the way this came out. I'm going to try it again. And actually, I got a clear, a cloudy, and a clear. Go figure. I don't understand that. But then I also have that line there, which I don't want. And I really don't want to work on a big pyramid and get those lines. So all of this is for fun. So I said I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it on a round one. Hopefully I don't get the air pockets on the sides. And for this one, all I did was I used this textured paint, and just so give me a little bit of a sand look on the bottom. And then I put my shells on the bottom, because this has a little indentation. So I didn't want to fill up the whole bottom with shells. So I just sprayed some of this in there just to give me a little bit of texture. And I threw the shells on top, and I'm going to let that dry. This is something I had. The jar I had. The shells I had. I've got these fish I have. And my clear cast. Now, this is not a deep resin. So you can't go but so high. So I have to do these in layers. But, I didn't pay for any of this. The resin, yes, the resin is expensive. But I'm just going to try it because I would prefer to see if I can get it to work before I try it on like an 8-inch pyramid. Because everybody tells me different drying times. Some say you only wait a couple of hours. Some say you wait until it's a little sticky. Some do it when it's completely cured. So I really don't know, and I've got to test it. So anyway, that's what this is about. I think I would, if this comes out pretty cool and the girls like it, then maybe I'll let them do one. Like I said, I will be working with the resin, but they can go ahead and decorate it and put in there what they want. So, another experiment. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I did make an error in the very beginning. I showed the wrong epoxy. This is the deep pour because I'm going to try to do it thicker layers. The box that I had before was just a regular that you put on a thin layer. But this is a 2:1 ratio as opposed to a 1:1 ratio. And I also didn't show you my dyes. And this is just some dyes. And I just put in, I'm using 3 ounces. I'm going to try 3 ounces at a time. And I just put in 2 drops of blue. So it's ready to go. I don't know how much this is going to fill up, but I figured I'll try this first. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to put my fish in on the first layer because I didn't do it before, but that was a different jar. So all I'm going to do is just slowly pour this in. Yeah, this is not going to be a lot at all. Matter of fact, I don't even think I can get the little seaweed I have here to hold. Okay. Not many air bubbles. Let me see if I can just get that to stay on that side. Okay. That's my first layer. It's very light. There it goes. I want it to lean up against there. It should hold if it leans up against there. Okay. I didn't want it too blue. I just wanted it a touch of blue. I don't have too many air bubbles. We're just going to see what happens. I'm only going to give this maybe 3 hours to dry to where it's sticky. And then we're going to go with the next layer. I'm going to try to stick with just 3 ounces at a time. And hopefully I don't have any layers showing going up. But let's see what happens with this deep pour. To be honest with you, I've had the deep pour, but this is the first time I've used it because I haven't done anything that really needed a thick coating of resin. Even when I do my tables, I use the regular resin and it's enough. So I will be back. Okay, so it has been 5 hours. And this still is not, I don't know. It's still a little loose to me, but I'm going to go ahead and pour the second layer. So here I got my second layer. I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't want that line. I don't know if I'm going to get the line or not, but we shall see. Okay. Let's see if I could get one in there. Okay. No, I can see. I am going to get, I think I'm going to get that line again. I don't want it to look like the poor fish is dying. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get that line, and I have not figured that out yet. Ugh. Okay. I'm not liking the way this is this is going, guys, but I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so like I said, it's been 5 hours. I've never waited that long, and I still don't think it was at the point that I put in another layer. But the whole purpose of this is I don't want the lines. And I don't know how long to wait. So anyway, there's the second layer. We're going to see what happens. Okay, guys. Excuse me. I'm back. I lost count of the hours that I've let the second layer dry. It still hasn't cured. So I don't think I'm going to waste any more resin on this project, only because I have no need for this. The whole purpose was to see if I could layer it and not get those lines in between the layers. And this one looks like it is going to work. I didn't think it was going to work, but it's not fully cured. It's not even tacky, and it's been hours since I put that second one on. Also, I put another fish on the top, and he went to the bottom, so I know it's still liquidy. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to put any more on, but I think I will be able to do a big pyramid without getting the different lines for the different layers. Anyway, that's all for this video. I think I like this deep pour. It just takes forever to dry. I mean, ever to cure. Have a great day, and I'll be back soon.